Bed Talk number 29. We are almost to Bed Talk number 30, and I think that that's the gold anniversary. I'm not sure. Dimple is keeping me on track with all of those. My friend Dimple, who is encouraging me to do celebrations when I hit milestones with this. And oh, Lord have mercy. Are we hitting milestones? And it looks like we're going to hit them for a while. So if you would have told me that 29 days ago I would still be doing this, I would have called you crazy. And that's generally how most of life has gone for me, is that I plan, the universe laughs. So here we are at Bed Talk number 29. And I am going to do a little bit of a celebration, because the coolest part of doing these bed talks, which by the way, were not my idea. I did not come up with this. This was actually David Rendell, who is another public speaker that I happened to be tagged in a Facebook post about. Another friend made the connection. He came up with these ideas, and he started encouraging people to do them. And so I did. And then people said, hey, really like those, keep going. And so now here we are on number 29. Long story short, you tell Alex, hey, keep doing that. I'll be like, okay, here we are, gonna keep going. But what I want to talk about for today is something that's really important. It's really near and dear to my heart, because as much as I like talking, and I don't mind being on a stage, it's taken me a while to get there. Sorry, this light is crazy. Okay, let's see if I can, the sun is shining, the grass is green. Okay, anyway, sorry. As much as I enjoy talking to a group or talking to an audience, it's actually not my favorite place to be. My most favorite place to be, if you know me and you know my work at all, my favorite place to be is in the front row watching a speaker that I have worked with do their thing. I am a die-hard front row fan. I've been a front row girl since I knew that front row was a thing. So in college, I was always that, here I am, I'm going to sit in the front row. So I'm right in front of the professor. And that has carried over my entire existence. If I could get in the front row, I would, because I love, love, love being close to the person that's speaking. I love it. Asked my friend Rebecca when she spoke at Linking Indie Women. I thought I had secured a place at the hatch that had a front row seat. I thought for sure it was mine. And then someone else came up with their chair in front of mine. And I looked at Rebecca. I said, I just can't have that. So I ended up moving chairs and almost sitting on her lap, which I recognize is a little awkward, but I was so excited for her to speak. And I was so excited to be in the front row that I made my own front row seat, which was literally pressed up against the stage. There is no greater honor or privilege, as far as I'm concerned, in the work that I do, in the arena in which I play, than being a front row fan. And I believe everyone should have a front row fan. Everyone would benefit from having a front row fan, and because the world is full of ridiculous critics. The world is full of people who are going to tell you how you did it wrong, how you could have done it better, all of the things about how you performed that were crappy. And that gets pretty wearing, and it really stops people from doing the important work of practicing, of sharing their stories, of sharing important information. I went on a tirade the other day because I saw a friend's post that said, well, this is too long, and the experts say that people only listen for 2 minutes. And I'm sure that the data reveals that. And I also think it's crap. I also think that if people want to listen to you, they're going to spend more than 2 minutes listening to you. So let's not program people for how long they're going to pay attention, because anyway, that's a tangent. Back to front row fanning. It is who I am. It is what I do. I'm the minivan driving mom who happens to be a public speaking coach, who, if she could, would give everyone a blue ribbon, and tell them what a great job they've done. I love being a front row fan. And so the coolest part of all of these bed talks for me, the coolest part, I'm going to get teary, oh my gosh, has been watching other people find it within themselves to bravely share their stuff. So I wanted to highlight today the people that, because I did a bed talk, because David encouraged me to do a bed talk, these people have now done their own version. And that's what's even cooler, is that not everyone has taken this and done a bed talk, but they have gotten in front of camera and they have shared a message that's important to them. And that's a really big thing. That's a scary thing. It's a challenging thing for many, many people, whether they choose to admit it or not. Putting yourself out there can be overwhelming. And so I want to give a shout out to the people that I know who have done it and because they have seen mine and said, "Ooh, I want to do that too." And that is the coolest thing. I can't take this light. For me, for what I do, being a front row fan, watching other people do their thing is great. So I want to give a shout out to all the folks who have taken on this challenge, who have done this thing. And I'm going to put all of their names and links to their talks so you can see them. So first of all, Brad Tunn, who happens to be the president of my fan club, me and Jason Barnaby. It's really small fan club. I might only have Brad Tunn in it, but he's the president, and so I have to give him credit. So Brad Tunn did his own version, and he did a park talk, and so he's gone out to parks and shared these incredible messages, especially around mindfulness and being present in the moment. Jacqueline Martinez has done a bed talk with her daughter, which is hilarious because her daughter just railroads Jacqueline the whole time. It's pretty much, it's the Aubrey show, which being a mom, I totally get. And so Jacqueline gave her ultimate best, and I was so proud of her for doing that. Michael Haidt is someone I've never met in person, met him through LinkedIn, and he did what he called a brown curtain talk. He's like, I'm not doing this in my bed. I'm going to do this in front of a brown curtain. And he shares a really important message about cybersecurity. And the way he says it is so simple. It's so simple. It's phenomenal. So he is worth watching. And I was so tickled to see him do that in his brown curtain talk. Dimple Shaw, and Dimple, I hope I'm saying your last name right. If I'm not, you can correct me in your next bed talk. Dimple, I tagged her because I knew by all of the things that she was saying that she wanted to do it. She just needed that extra little push of bravery. So Dimple, I'm so proud of you. And then to watch the comments come in for Dimple about what she shared, it was incredible how many people were cheering her on. You overwhelming optimist, you, Dimple. Retta Kuchler. And Retta, if I'm saying your last name wrong, it's not because I don't love you. It's just because I struggle with that. And Retta's talk, you need to watch, or I would suggest that you watch, because she blew me away. And it is powerful. Watch it when you're in a moment where you can handle what is beautiful, bittersweet candor about a really, really difficult time that she's going through right in the midst of COVID, and how she handles it with such clarity and such grace. I've had a really hard time talking about it because it makes me cry. So just love her. Susan McLean did a park talk. So she hopped on LinkedIn and started sharing what she knew. And she's a leadership coach and development person. And so it was fun to see her step out and do something different and outside of her comfort zone. Amber Fields, who I have worked with professionally, and then we did a bed talk together, and she's done her own version of Fill Your Cup Fridays, and she's gotten on and shared her message, and she is a powerhouse. If you're not following her, definitely follow Amber. She's incredible and a gift in my world. She'll get that reference, and at some point I will share with you all the talk that she and I worked on for Rise and Thrive, because she is a gift. And then last but not least, my mom, who is 72. Mom, are you 72? She hasn't done bed talks, but she's a Lutheran pastor, and so of tiny church in West Virginia, and those folks can't gather. So my mom has found her way through, navigated her way through starting a YouTube channel and recording her sermons and continuing to do the work that she loves to do, even in these circumstances, which are super crazy hard and challenging. So people say, you can't learn, or, can't teach an old dog new tricks. And I'm not really calling you old, Mom. I'm just saying 72. Like, that's a big deal. So, yay, Mom. Good job. So that's it. I wanted to remind you that if you don't have someone front row fanning you, that I'll be happy to front row fan you anytime, because I'm a big fan of people sharing their stories and sharing their light with the world. There are not enough people doing it. And so my mission, my passion is to help people step up and do that. And I will cheer you on along the way, and I will help you along the way. And oh gosh, there are too many critics out there. So let's front row fan each other along the way. Let's cheer for one another. Let's find the good. Let's find the positive in what people are doing, and continue to encourage them to talk and to share, because the ripple effects are amazing. If you want to create an impact in the world, start sharing your stories. Start talking. All right. I have no idea how long I just went on. Oh my gosh, that's 11 minutes. Now I'm doubting, is that too long? Are people going to be like, I'm not going to listen to it? You know what? I'm going to go with it. We're going to go with 11 minutes, and I hope that you've enjoyed all 11 of them. I want you to know that Max is here, and he is feeling better, but he does not get Cheetos because he has to be on a bland diet for 3 to 4 days. All right. Front row fan, signing off here. I will see you again tomorrow for Bed Talk number 30. I'm now to the point where I'm just borrowing t-shirts from my kid. So again, if you have a charity, that would be great. Let me know. I'll support them with the purchase of a t-shirt. Be a front row fan today. I will talk to you later. See ya.